Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 1 of a brand new series. You guessed it, we're playing SevTech Ages. I played through this pack once quite a while ago. It's been over a year now, so I've probably forgotten literally everything I learned in that playthrough. So let's just jump right into it and you around a bit in a less automation-y mod pack than Omnifactory. So I've had the server up for about a day now. I haven't done anything on it, but I have a couple of my friends who might also be playing on their base, see how they're doing. But let's see, as we load in, it is just morning. How perfect. And let's see how spawn looks. So one neat thing about SevTech, you don't get coordinates right off the bat. So you see there's no coordinates on the F3 screen. I guess I'm just getting my welcome menus. There are you don't get a journey map right off the bat, and you don't get any mapping mod. So for now, we don't actually know where we are, but that's fine. There's also no quest book in this pack, so instead of the quest book, it uses Minecraft's advancement system. So I guess a recent change is that you now get to see every advancement right off the bat. So this is effectively in place of a quest book. You have advancements. You don't get any rewards for doing advancements, but that's okay. We don't really need quest book rewards. So our plan for now is find a place to set up our first base. I don't think we'll stay here for long. Personally, I like to, at least in this pack, I like to build closer to an abyssal craft biome, but we don't really have a way of finding it yet. So let's just set up maybe in the plains over there. You know me, I like flat land, right? Having a village right here might be nice if some of the villagers have nice trades. We'll come check that out later. Now the first couple eras, or the first age in SevTech, I actually find a little bit unexciting. It's kind of like a vanilla minus pack. You know how there's those like vanilla plus packs? Well, age 1 or age 0 and age 1 feel kind of vanilla minus. You don't really have the tools to do what you want. But as we go on, age 2 and 3, I think are the best one of the best Minecraft experiences I've ever had. Tentatively, I'm not sure if I'll play age 5. I'll definitely get to age 5. But age 5, personally, I find a little bit, at least last time I played through, it was just like you go and do you go do the Galacticraft stuff. You know, you launch a rocket and then you do I not get wood this way? I don't, do I? But anyways, yeah, right now I'm tentatively not planning on playing age 5, but we'll see how I feel about that when I get there. So as you just saw, I can't punch tree to get wood. I have to make a tool first. Flint hatchet. And I also have to not die to my friend. Hey, stop it! So anyways, I guess we'll let that be a cute little trick. When you die, you get a compass, and the compass will point you to where you died. So this is, while you don't have coordinates, this is one way that you can mark where your base is. And since that was where I wanted my first base to be, that's, yeah. So now I won't lose my base as long as I keep this compass on me. Anyways, so the first tool I'll have to make is this flint hatchet, which looks like it's flaked flint, which requires sieving or meshing gravel. Okay, so let's go back, and I think we can get sticks from, what's this? Right, we don't even get Waylay yet. We'll also unlock that as we progress. Anyways, compass, or grave, thank you. I think you can get sticks around trees, if I recall. Or maybe from leaves. There we go. You can get sticks from breaking leaves. So let's get a few sticks. And here I go, forgetting recipes already. And then I need some gravel, which is good because there's a river here. So, oh, is that a Shogoth lair? Well, that's both good news and bad news. We'll need that soon, later, but if we go near there right now, the Shogoths will kill us immensely quickly. So, as for what to expect of this series, I don't think I'll progress quite as quickly as I was in Omni Factory. For one, I think this is just a slower pack to begin with. And I'll probably do a bit more stuff on camera just because there's more stuff like exploration and stuff, and less just, you know, place machine, connect item conduit to machine, connect machine to ME system. So in that sense, I expect it to be a little bit less, or a little bit more of the work will be done on camera. So we can make flint, and then I think we just have to right click flint on a hard surface, and I think cobblestone counts. So I guess if we're calling this home, let's dig a tiny little, you know, your starting hole. And right click it, left click it? Right click it, left click it. One of the clicks. You click it a bunch, and you get some flake flint. And we can make our first hatchet. With that, we can start gathering some wood. And since this appears to be the only oak tree in miles, I guess I'll start replanting. Is this mud? No, it isn't. Okay. Well, I don't know what this block is. I think... Yeah, even in F3, it doesn't tell me what the block is. But it will tell me the metadata. Alright. So anyways, now that we have our hatchet, cut the tree. So we can't even cut trees with, or we can't even turn wood into, you know, like most expert packs. We can't turn wood into wood planks this way. What we actually have to do is make a chopping block, put the chopping block on the ground, and then put wood on it, and then left click it a few times. So I like to put wood in one hand and the axe in the other. Next, we need to make a crafting stump. Of course, I chopped down every piece of wood I had. We can't happen to do this, can we? No. Alright, let me go get a bit more wood. So, again, like, I guess, expert packs, we don't even get access to a crafting table right off the bat. So this doesn't make a crafting table. It will eventually. So I guess this is a good chance to explain the way that progression is done in this pack. Right now, a lot of items, if you look in JEI, we only have like a page and a half of items or 2 pages of items. And that's because everything else is still locked. And as we progress, so if we look in the quest book, as we complete these quest lines that are like that look different, that the one that ends in this like weird starry shape, we progress to the next age. And every age we advance, we get access to better and better blocks, tools, machines, etc. So for now, this, you know, page and a half of stuff is everything that we know how to work with. But as we advance, we'll start to unlock better and better tools and materials. So for now, this does not make a crafting table, but eventually that will. So for now, we have to make a crafting stump, which will be our crafting table replacement. It's, I don't know why it doesn't like to shift click, but here we are. One crafting stump. Wow, and that made a lot of, or that completed a lot of achievements. So I think even completing some of these achievements will, in their own sense, unlock, I don't know why some of these are unlocked. Will unlock a few more items in JEI. So yeah, having completed that, now we have 14 pages of items, when just seconds ago we had 2. So to use our crafting stump, it gave us a crafting rock, conveniently enough. So we can put this down somewhere. And it's kind of like in-world crafting. What does it want us to craft with this? A chest, okay. So We don't get vanilla chests yet, as is, you know, the theme I'm sure you're noticing here. We have to make these like worse than vanilla objects. So this immersive craft chest holds, I think it's like 12 items or something. It's 8 wood planks and a rock. So let me go grab us a rock. They're just kind of laying around on the ground. As we advance too, these rocks will turn into like ore samples. So let's put these here. And you see, once you have all the materials there, you take your crafting rock in your hand, and you very annoyingly right-click the table for like a second, and you get your item. So now we have a chest. We can upgrade it to a better chest, but I think primal chest takes Darklands wood. So this is why I want to get to a Darklands biome. But I think now we can make a nature compass. So nature compass is a flake bone, 4 wood, and 4 saplings. With this, we can find our way to a Darklands biome, which is where we'll call home. So with nighttime coming, let's wait until some skeletons spawn so we can get some bones. In the meantime, maybe I'll make some basic wooden tools or flint tools so that we can start mining stone. I'll be right back. Alright, it's nighttime. So, you see how right now we're in like the tutorial age? Well, tutorial age skeletons don't even spawn with bows. They spawn with trumpets, which makes them a lot less scary than the ones that spawn with bows later on. So, even though we basically have literally no armor and very crappy spear for our weapon, we can safely go out hunting because there are no enemies that are capable of killing us yet. And here, you see how this rock, when I hit it, it doesn't break, whereas normal rocks, when you hit them, they do break. This is actually an ore sample in disguise. So similar to in Omnifactory, there are significant ore veins buried underground, and these ore samples at the top tell you a little bit about, you know, what type of ore is down there, how deep it is, so on and so forth. But since we're not at the appropriate age yet, they are disguised as rocks. I guess the lore is that we can't tell the difference between them and rocks yet. And there's our first creeper hole of the series. Plenty more to come. And there's our second. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Well, there's our second creeper hole of the series. Alright. Anyways, back to skeleton hunting. Hopefully I don't die. So it looks like we've more or less survived our first night, although now that I've said that, I'm pretty sure I'm about to get blown up. But I went and I guess we got some loot along the way. I went and chopped down a one of the Menro trees, hoping that I could eat the berries, because I remember they're a pretty good food source. Well, turns out we can't eat them till stage 4. So right now, if I try to like eat these or I try to put them in my hand, as soon as they get in my hand, the game just throws them out as a unfamiliar item. So there's a couple workarounds you can do to store unfamiliar items, but you can't meaningfully use them in any way. So we'll just, for now, throw them in one of our many creeper holes that I accidentally made. And just we'll keep in mind that we can't quite use those yet. So let's look at what our next objective is. I want to make a nature compass so that I can get to a abyssal craft biome. Let's see, where was my home? That away? Can't quite tell which way this compass is pointing. This way. Probably not run too, because I don't exactly have much in the way of food. Like right here, right? Is my compass lying to me? Am I reading it backwards? Oh, there it is. Alright. So anyways, let's make a stone pickaxe and then we can... I don't have any sticks. Well, darn. Alright, let's go get some sticks. None of my trees have grown yet. So anyways, I'm going to go make that stone pickaxe and then maybe see if I can start gathering up the stuff we need to for us to go find that abyssal craft biome. Alright, making our pickaxe. So once we have access to stone tools, we don't need our stupid flint tools anymore, so get out of here. And I think before we head off on our journey, we probably should also try to get a little bit of food so we have more than, well, 1.5 hearts for the trip. So let me gather up a little bit more stone. We can make ourselves, a stone sword and so on and so forth. We can also actually, let's see what it takes to make the Mark II crafting stump. I think that's one of the quests. Probably somewhere along the line. That doesn't look like it. Alright, anyways, I guess the advancements want me to make a stone pickaxe, so I'll do it just for the sake of the advancement. And by stone pickaxe, I totally mean flint pickaxe. That's 2 flake flint, twine, and 2 sticks. So as you can see, my inventory is already full, and for the first bit of the pack, inventory management is going to be a bit of a disaster, but oh well. So that's that. And unlike in, or as you noticed in Omnifactory, I didn't really follow the quest book. The quest book was there to help you. Well, here you kind of do have to follow the advancements. If you don't do the advancements, you don't unlock the blocks. And if you don't unlock the blocks, you're not really getting anywhere. So, let's see. A tomahawk. We don't need to make that yet. Let's make the work blade. So it's 4 flake flint, 2 sticks. Do I have enough? 3, and this will make 4. The work blade's a tool that I think it can like strip bark off logs. Some other things, the tooltip kind of says. It can break plant materials. So what does it take to make the Mark II crafting stump? Eucalyptus, dark oak, or sakura? Is that a eucalyptus tree? Let's find out. Should probably be killing these pigs for their meat. Sorry, pigs. Or they can be faster than me, never mind. Alright, see ya, pig. Please be eucalyptus. It is apparently not gatherable with a flint pick or flint. That's a pickaxe. That's why. Hatchet. I never made a stone hatchet, did I? I am hopeless. All right, I'll be right back. All right, and now we have a proper axe, so we can actually harvest some of these things. Can we turn a pumpkin into food? I don't know what that menu I opened was. That's not a pumpkin. Turn it into seeds. Can we turn pumpkin seeds into food? Doesn't look like it. Well, whatever. We'll gather them anyways. So is this, what was it, eucalyptus is the one we want? Hey, it is, a pinkwood. Normally I don't like leaving tree halves up near spawn because it's pretty darn unsightly, but with night falling I don't think I'll have enough time to finish chopping this tree. It doesn't quite look like we'll be beginning our journey to the Darklands today, but let's get as much of this tree as we can before I'm sure like a creeper walks up behind me or something. Alright, watching me cut wood's boring, right? I'll be back when this is done. Alright, so finished chopping that tree, but now it's nighttime. This is why I don't like to go outside at night. There's a lot of mobs and I don't really have good weapons to fight them with. So I think for now we'll just hide underground. Maybe build some of the like the grilling accessories so we can cook some of this pork that we have in our inventory. Oh, I believe it's made of cobblestone, so let's gather up a little bit of this and see. What exactly are we making? Fire sticks first. I think those are just this. They don't stack. Don't need you. Don't need you. Wait, what did I throw? There's a fire stick there. Whatever. So with that, I can make fire pit. It's unfortunate that you can't shift click recipes into this thing, so you have to actually remember what your recipes look like. Can't wait till we can get vanilla crafting tables. Would have thought the day would come when a vanilla crafting table is, you know, a significant landmark achievement. Go away, zombie. I should move this downstairs so I can craft without getting interrupted, but I'm too lazy to do that. So now that we have this, we can make fire. But I think we have to put something under it. Can we make charcoal yet? I believe low-grade charcoal burns forever. So we have to make a clay kiln, which is a bunch of clay and a slab, which means we have to go back into that river to get our clay. Well, looks like, I hope night is almost over. Go away, mobs, I don't want to fight you. See if we can get some balanced clay. This looks like clay? That might be salt. That's totally salt. This clay? Nope, that's also salt. That's a zombie. This is clay. Here we go. If I was smart, I would have made a shovel before I came here. No, I'm gonna go make a shovel and a new weapon now, and I'll just be right back. Alright, I've made us a kiln. So to use it, I think... Do we have to fire it first? Or is it just usable as is? I think it's just usable as is. So let's place it here. I swear you had to fire this first. I'm like pretty sure you do. But I can't put it in there, so maybe not. Anyways, let's light a fire underneath it. So to light fires, you put fire sticks in, or whittled fire sticks in each hand, and then just click. And then what I want to do is I want to cook a log into charcoal. And I believe this low-grade charcoal that it makes will it'll burn forever, kind of like netherrack does. Oh, you do have to fire it first. There we go. But that means I need more fire sticks. So after we have this, you know, we can make a couple blocks of this low-grade charcoal, and then one for our cooking fire, one for this, and then we just don't have to use fire sticks to light fires anymore. The fact that these don't stack is very, very unpleasant. Whoops. Come on, game. Inventory issues. So let's light that. And then that'll just burn forever now. Let's make another one for our cooking stove. And I think we can upgrade that to a grill. Hot grill. That's easy enough. 3 rocks, 3... Can I turn on advanced tooltips? Is that a thing that's enabled? Does that give me ore dictionary names? Yes, but it doesn't tell me. So I guess it's, yeah, it'll take smooth stone. There we go. That's what I wanted to check. Alright, so let me cook up a few pieces of smooth stone. We can upgrade our cooking thingy to a grill, and then we can grill some of that pork and finally have some meat. One thing that this pack does have is nutrition. So since I've died once, my nutrition's a little low. I think if they get all the way to 0%, or very close to 0%, you get some debuffs, and for each one you have maxed out, you get some buffs. So normally I don't like these nutrition type mods. I think they don't really add much to the game, and it's just like a hassle that you have to deal with. But in this case, I think it's done generously enough that you don't get penalties until you basically, like, if you don't eat, one of these categories for a long time, you reach 0%. So it's very easy to not get debuffs. So I see it as only a bonus. And when it's implemented as only a bonus, I don't know, I'm more okay with it, I guess. So I also need a few rocks. And as usual, I'm out of inventory space. Did I make another charcoal? Do that. We can light this up. Alright, let's go make our grill. Where'd that go? I think the grill can only cook food. It can't cook, I think there's things that can be cooked in that thing that can't be cooked in a grill, so I'll just make another piece of charcoal. That's one block too low. Grill goes there. Charcoal goes there. Where are my sticks? My inventory is a total disaster. Let me go get that pork and we can finally have some real food. None of this vegetables stuff. I think you can just put up to 16 in there, and then it'll just cook them as if it were a regular furnace. Cool. So now, once that's cooked, we have a couple options. We can either start making leather, which is a rather involved process, or we could go to the Darklands. And I think let's go to the... Well, actually, let's go check out that village first. See if we can find a villager that'll teach us how to make farmland and a atlas, which is the, like a beginner's map. So, pork, some food, and let's make a trip over to the village at spawn. Considering I've had this village loaded for a little bit, it's entirely possible that all the villagers have been murdered by zombies. And that would not surprise me the least bit. But, can't hurt to check it out, right? No, there are still villagers alive here. This is a useful trade for later if we... well, we've already found a Shoggoth lair, so I guess if you can't find a Shoggoth lair, that's useful. So this one, trade 8 bone meal for farmland? Sure. How do I get bone meal? Can I turn this into bone meal? Didn't think so. I need to make a grindstone. Okay. And I think I can use the manual version of it. Can I make a millstone yet? No, I cannot. But I can make a grindstone. So I'll keep that in mind. One of the villagers here can trade. Doesn't look like there's many more villagers in this village, though. There is a farm. What tree is this? Is this maybe an olive tree? So all the farms spawn without water, so they don't really grow, but we can harvest them once. And of course, nighttime is upon us once again. Does this village have a blacksmith, I wonder? if there's loot to be had. I think a shepherd is a good trader because we can buy leads from him, but we can also buy. So I'm just we can buy what's it called? Leather from him later if we level him up a bit. So I'm gonna lock him up just in case, make sure zombies don't get to him. And if I can find that villager, that farmer again, I'm gonna lock him up too. Oh, and this piranha's trying to eat me. How pleasant. You, right? No, you're a fisherman. I'm gonna lock you up regardless. You, alright, stay here. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna go probably hide in the hole for this night. I don't think there's much I can... You know, I don't really gain anything from fighting right now, so... Let's just go wait the night out. I'll be back when it's daytime. Alright, I think nighttime is hopefully almost over. I cooked up a little bit of stone so that we can... No, it looks like it's still nighttime. Well done. Well, let's see how many friends we have waiting for us. I want to make that grindstone and get the... We have a lot of friends. I want to make that grindstone and get the farmland quest done so that we can move on towards going to the Darklands. We really wish I had a bed to sleep in, but we won't have that until after we make leather, and that's a pretty involved process, so I'm putting that off for a bit. So anyways, this is just a stick and 6 stones. Could you not? Thank you, zombies. So I believe there's 2 versions of this. There's the hand-powered one, which is this one. You you put an item in it, and then you just right-click to grind. And then there's a horse-powered one later, or I guess an animal-powered one. You can power with like horses, buffalo. Wait, that's not. I want bone meal. Made from bone block. Wait a second. Oh, okay, no, I can just do the bone shard. Alright. So let's grind up. I think we needed 8. And once we complete that quest, we can make farmland more easily. Once we get into age 2, we can also use, you know, the classic way of hoeing dirt. Or age 1. Eventually, we can hoe dirt to make farmland, but not yet. Let's get some of that. How do I pick this up? And then we can turn these into bone meal and go trade with that villager. I'll just cut to when this is done. Alright, only one more bone flake left to grind down. And then we'll be able to go learn how to make farmland. How fancy is that? There are backpacks in this pack, and they're available now, but they require leather, I think. So once again, one of the very nice things I would love to have that we don't get to have yet, but alas. So as we head over, we have to be mindful of those wolves. Those are not vanilla wolves, they will bite you. Probably shouldn't be jumping into this water either, considering I saw piranhas in it earlier, but what's the worst that can happen, right? So which house did I lock that farmer in? It was one of these? This one, I think? Hey buddy, how you doing? I think once I have farmland, I can craft it by just crafting bone meal with dirt. And I learned this recipe from completing this advancement. All right, so now let's go make that. What's it called? Nature's compass. So flake bone, 4 wood, 4 saplings. Easy. Take our bone and flake a piece of it. We can just do this on stone, right? There we go. I guess I'll keep the sharp. No, I don't need a sharp bone. So what was it? Bone in the middle. Wood on the sides. And saplings around that. So with this, we can now say, point me to, which of these biomes do we want? Probably Darklands Forest or Plains. And it'll say, hey, there's one that way. We're probably somewhere around 0, 0. So let's just pick the one that's closest. So that's that's pretty far. That's 1,600 blocks away. That's a hair over 1,000. It looks like there's a mountain right by the... So let's just head over to the regular dark... Whoa. There we go. Oh, I guess it said it didn't find a... Whatever. Let's just head over to the regular Darklands biome once I'm done making my tool trip out. I'll clean up my inventory and pick up a bit of stuff, but I think this is a good point to end episode 1. So, I hope you like the start of the series. I'm sorry, I think the start of SevTech is a little bit slow, but I'm sure it'll pick up once we, have some infrastructure built. So, yeah, I hope you like this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.